it's a good morning where I am. It's nice and bright, so I hope that whatever the time it is where you are well and the weather is fine. My final part. If the vast majority of people on this corner of YouTube are right, it's all doom and gloom. It's all doom and gloom. If I'm right and it's not what people think, happy days. I've said it before, it could have been a lot worse. Right? I know people are still buying the horror story, but for myself, I stopped buying the horror story, more than a couple of years ago. But anyway, my final point about everything that's going on right now with the globe Earth and why it's a globe and why it's still a globe. If you don't have children, you can still understand this analogy. I'm sure you've had it yourself when you was a child and you tried arguing with your parents. You ever tried telling your mum and your dad that they was wrong? You ever tried telling the teacher they're not right? Let me stop this a second. Okay, busy day. Sun comes out and they all jump in their cars. Don't know what's the matter with people. So, over the years, my children have been going to school. I've lost count now of the amount of times they've come home and said, I got told off for something today that I didn't do, Dad. I tried to tell the teacher, Dad, but they didn't want to listen. How many times that's happened? It's not right. This is what's wrong with the world. Everybody bowing and scraping to an authority figure that will not let them argue because the authority must be right. Have you tried arguing with a copper? God, them arrogant fuckbags. Put that uniform on them and they're, oh my God, disgust me. I know there's a lot of parents think their children's, wonderful, sun shines at their arse. But have you ever tried arguing with a teacher about what happened in a classroom? I don't want to know. That's all that's happening now. People look at government and they see it as the mum, the dad figure, without knowing they do. The computer says no, and so they don't do it. And for me, this is what's wrong with the world. So I keep saying, where's all the grown-ups? Stand up for yourselves and say, that ain't fucking right, mate. That ain't right. Let's change this shit. I've said it to my lady a few times, right? Change is coming. People ain't gonna like it. They say a child will lead them. Children will change the world and you will not like it, you old farts. Some of the things people talk about, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to build up a population to kill it down. You might as well just keep it down in the first place. You understand? You're still living in fear if you think that's going to happen. And even if it is going to happen, what can you do about it? What are you going to do about it? Oh, I'm going to prep. I got distracted there. I just wanted to say, for myself, it's all about, we have to be able to, at last, stand up and say to every type of authority figure, from school teachers to MPs and the police officers, everyone, even the person behind the counter, what happened to the customer being right? You understand? Is that saying that mother knows best? Well, who's your mother? Who's your daddy? Eh? Do you bow down before the authority of the word? Do you bow down before the authority of yourself? Your own knowledge? Your own compassion? You take other people's words for it and parrot it along. That's all I hear at the minute. Parrot, parrot, parrot. Welcome to French Blunt. Welcome to French Blunt.